from the Intuit Dome. I don't want to exaggerate, but I want to say something. I thought for the longest time John Elway was the greatest athlete to ever represent Denver. He sort of changed the culture of Denver sports. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikola Jokic, Denver uniform in any sport. First of all, the only athlete to win 3 MVPs, should be more than that. But what he does on a nightly basis borders on historic. I don't know what else there is to say.
Vic, you said it before. In the pregame show, you were talking about Joker gets better in the second game of back-to-backs.
Yeah, numbers are better.
Well, okay, how do you get better than that? Well, holy crap, was he unbelievable. Yeah, I'd call him backpack tonight because he carried this team till they got other guys going and making some buckets.
Yeah. Yeah. You have nothing to say after that.
You guys said it. You guys said it all.
How do you want this tonight? Because Nikola Jokic delivered in every which way. 55 points for the big fella as the Nuggets rally to dominate the second half and win yet again, 130-116. You got Nuggets postgame live. Vic Lombardi, Bill Hansick, and Chris Dempsey. 3 when Joker hit the 50-point mark.
Yeah.
0-3. It's the first time they've won a game when he scored like this.
Yeah, because usually what that means is that, everybody else is really struggling to score, which, for a big chunk of this game was the actual reality for the Nuggets, but then that changed over the course of the game and then into the fourth quarter. And so his point total was able to be held up because people started scoring around him. But this was a vintage performance. I mean, look, the Clippers really don't have a player. Ivica Zubac is a good defensive player, and he just roasted him as if he wasn't.
He outscored the entire Clippers starting 5 by himself tonight. Let's take a look at some of those shots, most of them going in. He attempted 23 shots on the night. And remember, Billy, he missed his first 2.
Yeah.
He made 18.
Hook, mid-range, in your face, and one little floater to the right. Debs, we talk about this all the time. How many different shots does he have in the arsenal?
In and around the paint or at the rim or going toward the rim, going through a body. It was magnificent.
And again, he only played 33 minutes to get 55.
Yeah, this is just a few months removed from that 61-point effort against the T-Wolves. You remember that game?
Yeah.
What was that, a 20-20?
That's the one. Was that the one where Rudy Gobert said, "I got him"?
No. That was the one where
50 in that
where
one?
Russ missed the layup. And,
oh yeah.
A first ballot Hall of Famer, not just the best Nugget of all time. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time already.
Yeah.
I mean, changed my mind.
Because some guys are great because they just score a gobble of points. Some are, great Stockton, get a ton of assists, or Magic. Some get rebound. He just does it all, Dems.
Yeah, he does. And you could see by all the tweets and social media posts that we had just there going by that everybody recognizes this, right? I mean, this is not a part of his game. Then you just take them and you dismiss them because what he's doing is it's really excellent, and the consistency is amazing.
I want to thank my man Kevin Shockey for sharing this with me. Ty Lue was asked by the LA broadcast after the game about Joker, and he said, "Our game plan was to make him score and take away his passing. I didn't think he'd score 55." No. And this is where Nikola's matured, because he's had some game plans like that, and he's deferred to teammates. Not tonight.
Yeah, he scored up a three-pointer Hardaway, and then a give and go, maybe it was AG. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, it got so bad that the Clippers sent a random fan on the court in the second half to help guard Joker. Not even that worked.
Yeah. And their security couldn't even track him down.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about that is, the Clippers were getting away with it, right? I mean, they were, if that was the game plan, okay, this guy can score all he wants to score, but we need to shut down everybody else and not allow the assists around him for a half, and maybe at the beginning of the third quarter. But and you know what, Hans? The Nuggets needed his energy. The defense in the second quarter was not there. And, he started the third quarter, obviously, with the Nuggets had injuries to starters in their starting lineup, so he had to start that third quarter. But they also just needed him on the court because he was the guy injecting energy into their defense. And picked up a few fouls, but it really doesn't matter, right? You want to play with physicality. You want to play with speed and tenacity. And he was able to do that. And then I thought that got contagious. And in that third quarter, when they started to stretch the lead way out, it was the Spencer Jones start, and then it bled into everybody else, and they were able to
How about the first play of the second half?
Yeah.
And the ball gets moved around. It's Joker, and Spencer Jones' guy leaves him.
Didn't hesitate.
Corner three.
Yeah.
Didn't hesitate.
Yeah.
Bam, knocks it in.
To your point, the Nuggets outscored the Clippers 43-22 in that decisive third quarter, which, for all intents and purposes, ended the game.
You know what, Vic? One more quick thing. Centers.
Yeah.
Nuggets, 63. Clippers, 35.
What a 1-2 punch.
Plus 28.
I mean, you got Big Val in there just eating up rebounds.
Yeah,
just
he really
eating.
was. Yeah.
Just eating everything. It's winning. Winning is great, but to win in those City Edition uniforms.
Oh, my gosh.
Just trying to win the games as best we can. Yeah, we've had some games, you're right, where he's done some historical things, and we just haven't finished it at the end. But this game was memorable because of him in the first half, is why we were in the game. And then the team in the third quarter was incredible. The energy, just on both ends. And we made shots in the third quarter, but our defense really picked up. We looked a little slow to everything in the first half outside of 15. So just a really good team win.
I do want to ask about his approach to back-to-backs. He was really good in them last year on the second games, too. What do you kind of see from how he handles the 24 hours of rest and what sort of makes him as steady as he is in these particular games?
I think just the fact that he prepares every day for situations like this. If he has 2 days off, he's going to use that time to properly maintenance his body, to get on the court and get things done quickly and efficiently, to get off his feet, which allows you to be the efficient player that he is, nightly. And like I've always talked about practice and player development and all those kind of things. Everything he does is the same. The way he played today is how he works out when no one's watching. So that's what leads to this.
And then one other thing real quick related to that, just to the decision to put him back in around 6 minutes, was that your call? Was that him wanting to go back in? What did you kind of feel in that spot? I
feel like in the NBA, if you're not up by 40 points, you're going to put your best players back in to make sure you get to a certain point to win the game. There's zero disrespect in that. There was no, how many points does he have? I definitely, because he had sat for a while with Jonas, how good Jonas was playing, I thought about it, but I did think they started to press us. And he's one of our best ball handlers. He's a guy that can, bleed the clock. He's one of the best players alive. And so if you're trying to win games in the NBA, 17 points, 18 points, it's not that big of a deal with 5 minutes to go with a bunch of guys that, by the way, made 16 threes. And the guys that were in the game, Batum had 2, Sanders 3, Miller had 5. And so it would be stupid for me not to put my best players back in to make sure we win the game.
Coach, your thoughts on his double-double and basically deconstructing the wall. The wall is usually a problem for most teams coming in here, but Jokic seemed to have taken the wall out of it tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the wall is really cool. I think those fans get after it. He always says, some of these gyms he played in overseas, they sound pretty wild. So I think he's one of those guys that can kind of, clear his head and just play. But this place is hard to play in. A good fan base. But, yeah, he was extraordinary tonight. It's one of those performances you won't forget.
And one more thing. Can you talk a bit about Hardaway's grind and contribution to this team?
Yeah, he's been incredible. He's exactly what we signed. A veteran player that can make threes, has high IQ offensively, knows how to cut and move, knows how to space correctly. He's given good effort defensively. And, Tim is another guy that I have to maintenance through the season. He's played a lot of years. 20 minutes is a great number for him. In that third quarter, those threes he made, that really pushed the lead out and gave us control of the game, with the other guys getting going as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
If you're wondering what the Nuggets were told at halftime when they were trailing in this game by 5 and their defense was nowhere to be found. I'm sure David Adelman walked in and said, fellas, remember, we have the night off and we're in L.A. Does that work, Hans?
I don't know, because when I was in L.A., I just locked my door.
Oh, you did, huh?
I didn't go out.
Yeah.
True story?
Yep.
Yeah.
Door's locked. Huh?
Locked it behind you and said,
Not like this guy, definitely not like you.
there won't be many doors locked tonight.
Locked behind them as they're walking away from them.
All right, let's take